I'm live. Good evening. How are you? So, I have one question for you. Did you know that books are more than just words on the paper? They are thoughts, they are vision, they are hope, right? Depending on what kind of book it is, like hope for somebody who lays a hand on it, depending on what kind of book it is. They are purpose, they are dreams of people, right? That have been penned down into a paper or into like digital copy, like we have it these days. So, the question to you is like, what do you know about books, right? These are my definitions of books, like my sum total of what I think a book is, especially a good book, right? A book that teaches you, a book that educates you. And I say this specifically because I'm an author. And for me, having my book written, right? I mean, two books now, right? Is actually me fulfilling purpose, not in its totality, but leading up to something bigger. And that's the reason why I'm here today. So, my name is Oseremi Onesi. And I'm very happy to be sharing this journey of the next 7 days, specifically talking about my book and the fact that I'm taking a moment to honor and appreciate an incredible library based in California. They've taken so much time to promote my book, to no, my books rather, to promote my books. So this is me saying thank you so much, right? At some point, of course, I'll be talking about who the library, I mean, the library and where they are. And of course, it's not just one. I mean, at the moment it's one, but it's like one in within the region, right? Promoting my books. I'm thanking them for the spaces they've given to me to be able to, showcase my own story, my own journey, my own lessons, life lessons, I would say, and empowering people for the future. So, well, now my books are shining in your spotlight. It's a book that is basically for adults. I mean, anybody above the age of 18 is an adult, right? So, this is a good book to have, especially if you're still trying to discover yourself. And I feel specifically targeted to the youths, those that are still just coming up. It's something that every youth should have because it's more than just a book, it is a guide, right? It teaches you everything you need to know step by step how you would unveil that inner inner genius, I would say, that inner person that you're supposed to reflect outside to the world. Okay. So for the Made for More book, it is basically the the adapted version of Shining in Your Spotlight. And Made for More is basically for kids and it carries the same message. So I'm just going to be sharing, basically things about this even throughout this journey leading up to the day that we have this virtual call to be able to, discuss more about the book. So thank you so much to this amazing library that is promoting my book and my books. And yeah, so for me today, I'm saying I'm counting up to the next 7 days. So for the past week, right, I've gone live on many other things, but I'm specifically going to be going live to talk about things about the lessons in the book, what inspired me to write the book, and the hope that I'm looking forward for every reader to achieve. I'm going to discuss testimonials about the book so far and many other things. Of course, at the end of the day, I'm sure it's going to be like not just an educational journey for you, but also an inspirational journey. Okay. So the heart behind the matter of Shining in Your Spotlight, right? The adult version of the book. The book was basically written during a time when in my life, I realized something very crucial. I realized that people want to shine publicly, people want to live their best life, but they haven't ignited something within them that will enable them to shine outside. Like for me, you cannot fully express your personality without first exploring that inner person that you are. So everyone wants to maybe have their moments, like in, I will call it life spotlight. And for me, everybody has a spotlight, right? Nobody came to this life to be dulled out and dulled in. Everybody is supposed to shine in their own individual, unique ways, but very few pass through the process behind, like, ever pass through the process to get to that point where they're shining. The truth is, confidence is built in the quiet, right? Discovering who you are is built in that inner person of you, in your private life, right? Purpose is shaped when nobody's looking. Growth happens right there, because imagine a seed that is planted in the ground. The growth actually happens in the ground, right, before it bursts out for everybody to see the bloom, be it a flower, be it a fruit, even be it a tree. That's the same way that our life is encapsulated in growing from within before bringing it outside, right? I have a favorite quote in the book, and I'm going to be sharing that along the journey. But basically, I'm just capturing the essence of what I know is what our spotlight ought to be, and how many people ought to be bringing it out. You hear me talk about confidence right now. I talked about purpose and growth. These are key things that will enable you to shine. So you can take this back and start to measure your own self. How confident am I in, in life, in my life generally? Like, how am I fully expressing my talents, my gifts, everything that I have right now? If you are not, then yes, you're not yet shining in your spotlight. I can confidently tell you that, right? If you look at yourself and you're still wondering, oh, my purpose, I'm not sure. Yes, as long as you're not sure, because if you're sure, you will definitely, it's either a yes or a no. There's no in between. So yes, you're not yet shining in your spotlight. And if you're not making changes on a daily basis to grow from within, yes, you're not yet shining in your spotlight. The reason is this. There's nothing like staying stagnant in any situation. You're either growing or you're declining, right? There's no stagnation points in the life of a person, right? Because trends, let's take, for example, the way trends come to take over the space, right? Trends come to take over the space. So if you say, oh, this is what I know right now, and I'm not learning anything more, well, when trends come, they take over and you're falling behind. That's the same way that there's nothing like that. I'm just trying to explain the fact that you're either growing or you're declining. So if you're not adding a new level of learning, skill, whatever be the case, then you're definitely not growing. So these are the areas that these are some of the areas that are captured in the book based on my realization. And it's basically from a standpoint of my own learning, my own life's journey, right? That I wrote the book from that perspective. So the thing is, it's all about your clarity, right? When you're clear on your life's mission, right? That's when you start to ignite that thing from inside you, right? That's when your confidence starts to shine. That's when you have the courage to step into new things. That's where you discover yourself, when you get clarity, right? And with these things, you will definitely walk in faith. Honestly, with these things that I just mentioned, you will walk in faith, because you will understand your purpose. You will understand why you are doing what, or why you should do what you're doing. And if you're doing it, you will understand why you are doing it. So, in essence, you are the one that is responsible for discovering everything about your life. It doesn't matter what your background has been. When you know that and ignite that, guess what? You become unstoppable. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. It's just about you focusing on your life, your journey, your growth. And of course, there are other ways that you can enhance these things, because no man is an island. You cannot grow alone, right? So there's also many other factors that enable you to adequately shine in your spotlight. So anyways, this is just me talking passionately about what I've come to realize after this many years of my life. And I feel like if I had known some of these things earlier, yes, probably I would have done better, right? But yes, not to regret, but to be thankful that I found me. So my question to you is, have you found you? And if you're not, well, that you're still breathing means that there's still time to find you. Yeah. Okay, so I'll leave that there for now and move over to, just summarizing what the kids version of the book is all about. So it's titled Made for More. right? And the book, I basically wrote it because I believe that children, like I said, if I had known some things earlier, believe that they too deserve to learn early, right? It's not just about reading fiction and all those nice things. These messages can be crafted in a way that would portray, you know, richness of the essence of life, even so that at an early age they begin to understand these things, so that it doesn't hit them hard at that point. They already know the basics, the foundation through storytelling, and then they can apply it as they get to their teenage and beyond, right? So I believe strongly that children should be taught these things that we were never taught, right? So that they don't have to wait till adulthood to get a learning, because everyone is valuable, everyone is unique, everyone is made for a purpose, everyone is made on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. Oh my goodness, that's so like surreal to me. Like, you're made on purpose, God made you for a reason, right? And with a purpose, for a greater good. And the greater good is to contribute to this beautiful world, to make this world a better place, in essence. So I know that kids really, they struggle at some point in their life with self-doubt. I mean, I'm sure you did at some point. That is, if you're not still in that boat, right? Struggling with self-doubt. Of course I did, yes. Confidently I can say that, because I thank God for the grace to be able to have overcome these things. Self-doubt, things to do with maybe confidence, comparing yourself to others, your identity, you questioning yourself, right? Kids struggle with these things, and it is a real challenge, right? Fitting in, finding good friendships, believing, that they really matter, that they really count, right? So this book basically captures the essence of these things in a storytelling format, because I really asked myself these questions. What if we could plant these seeds early for these children on purpose? How will they turn out, right? What if we could help them see their value on time? What if they could see, even before the world starts to bring or convince them otherwise, right? Because information is always out there to come against the person that God has made you to be. So that's how this book was born, honestly. So it's simple, it's very much fun, it's relatable. You can get it for your children. You can order a copy on Amazon. You can order a copy of even The Shining in Your Spotlight for your teenagers, your 20-year-old and above, on Amazon as well. I also have an audiobook for the adult version, which is Shining in Your Spotlight, and that's available on Audible right now. Yeah, apart from that, I also have e-copies, okay? So you can also get that one. So, anyways, basically that's just, the reason, my reason behind writing this book, right? So that's the reason behind writing the book, because in the end, it will help children to understand their uniqueness, and knowing that that uniqueness is not a weakness but a superpower they can harness to really shine in this world, right? So for me, why this moment really matters is because, I mean, libraries do not just hold books, they hold potential. I'm sure you've heard when Miles Monroe has said this thing before, that books, that the richest places in the world is the cemetery, because it contains potentials that people never explored, that could have made this world a better place, that could have become billion-dollar industries, but people never explored it. So books really hold the keys to so many things, right? Based on revelation, of course. So for me, this is not just just a chat I'm going to be having with them. Is because they have seen the potential. Libraries hold potential. They hold dreams, future, right? The future, because once you dig into books, you begin to realize that, oh, there's so much to learn. So for a library to say, yes, we believe in your message, for them to say, we believe in this author, we believe in this impact that she's carrying, this message, right? It's something that I do not take lightly. Honestly, I do not take it lightly. This partnership tells me one thing, that yes, my purpose is still needed in the world. Your purpose is still valuable if you've not started to explore it, right? Vision is something that is still very much needed. Hope for the future, hope for those who have lost hope, and those still seeking their identity is still very much needed. So here we are today. Okay. So basically, yeah, that's just that's just it. So to wrap up, I'll just say, in essence, right? Um, it's just me saying that everybody has a spotlight, and it starts with you deciding to shine in that spotlight. It's not a destination, it's not a destination in the sense that you keep growing as you go, right? So you don't want to wait for somebody to give you permission for you to shine. You don't even want to wait till you think you're ready. Guess what? When I started to write this book, I honestly, I left it for a few years. And when I came back to it, it's just because I got an encouragement from a mentor. I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it, but thank God I did it, right? So don't wait to feel ready about what you know that it's already burning in your heart to do. The moment you put your feet in the water, you will walk in that water. Yes. The moment you step out to do that thing, you will definitely, help will come from wherever you need it. Wisdom will come, resources will come, whatever it is that you need will come. So don't wait, right? Even the fear, the anxiety will disappear. So decide to show up for yourself, decide to grow, decide to speak, decide to shine, because more people need what you carry. The world needs every story that you have to tell, because everybody has a valuable story to tell. And I know for a fact that most people, it's not like they lack the talent, they just don't have the self belief, honestly. They don't lack purpose. Nobody lacks purpose in this earth. They don't just have clarity. Most people do not lack opportunities because there are opportunities available everywhere. They just don't have the courage to step forward. And this is something that is eating up so many people, and you find them going in roller coaster. So to wrap up, I'm just going to say that to every parent that is going to listen to this, even if you're not a parent, if you're somebody who is, of course, maybe you have younger ones, or whatever be the case, you have nieces, nephews, whatever be the case, right? Your voice will definitely shape your destiny, right? It's going to determine the trajectory of how the younger ones will come, those that are influenced, that are privileged to be in your world, in your circle. So your encouragement will definitely build confidence for them, right? Your words become that soundtrack. Your actions become that vision that your kids see. They see their own future when they see you walk in that path. So make sure that you're telling your children and those younger ones that they are made for more. Make sure that you're telling them that they matter. Make sure that you're telling them there's greatness inside of them. Make sure that you're telling them their dreams are forever valid, right? Everyone's dreams are valid, including yours. It doesn't matter the roller coaster of how life has done, some funny moves on you, right? So to any child that will even be listening to this, right? Just know that you're made for more. Honestly, you're made for more. So thank you so much for giving time to listen to what I had to share today, because of the fact that I'm just so excited about the fact that I'm going to be having this meeting with the library, and it's going to be a Facebook live session. Okay, so it's going to be a Facebook live session, and it's going to be on Saturday, 22nd of November, um, at 11 a.m. to 12 noon. That's PST, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so that's Pacific Standard Time. So I can't wait to see you guys on that day. I'm just prepping you. I'm going to be on your face tomorrow, and of course, continue this conversation, because I'm ready to. I've always been ready. I was born ready to continue to shine in my spotlight, right? So thank you so much for listening, and thank you to this amazing library, of which I'm going to be sharing their name at some point, right? When we get to that point. But yeah, so this is me saying we all can shine in our spotlight. You too can shine in your spotlight, and your kids, those younger than you, can definitely shine in their spotlight if you show them the way. So step up to being the one that God has called you to, fulfilling your purpose and living out purposefully. Thank you so much. God bless you.